Hello, welcome students once again. Today our topic of discussion is power in AC circuit, or we may say average power in AC circuit. So let's get started. So condition number 1, when the circuit is purely resistive, means when AC circuit contains only resistance R. So in the case the supplied alternating voltage is V is equal to V0 sin omega t and the alternating current I is equal to I0 sin omega t. We have already learned about it. So it means both are in phase, in same phase. No phase difference because there is no extra angle, phase angle. So now the power in the circuit means it is called the instantaneous power in the circuit. Instantaneous means at any moment, any small moment, instantaneous power. It's not in the entire circuit, okay? At certain value, at any certain moment, okay? We can say it is as the momentary power in the circuit. So we all know that power is equal to volt into ampere. So VI. So putting the values of V and I from this V0 I0 sin square omega t. So now the average power of the entire circuit, that is in case of full cycle, V0 I0 sin square omega t bar means its average. Clear? So now, so here we need to, so to get the value of the average power, here we need to find out the value of average value of sin square omega t. Now if you can remember, okay, that when we discussed about RMS value of alternating current, we calculated the value of I square, isn't it? I square dt over a full cycle, that is 1 by t, 0, okay, 0 to t, I square dt, that is sin square omega t dt. So same value, isn't it? So there we got the value, that is half, isn't it? I0 square by 2, isn't it? IRMS, okay, that is over full cycle, that is I square, isn't it? That is sin square omega t is equal to I0 square by 2. So then IRMS is equal to I0 by root 2. So again, okay, so already if you go to that video and if you see, you will obviously, you could easily understand how to find out the average value of sin square omega t. But in spite of that, again I have calculated the value of sin square omega t, so that average value of sin square omega t over a one full cycle or complete cycle, so that you can understand easily. Okay, so now average value of sin square omega t over a full cycle. So 1 by t integration 0 to t, since it is for full cycle, sin square omega t dt. So t is equal to omega by 2, t is equal to 2 pi by omega, so omega by 2 pi. Since we cannot integrate sin square theta directly, for that we need a half and then multiply 2 sin square omega t dt. Then it is 2 sin square theta means 1 minus cos 2 theta. Same calculation. If you go to the video where we found out the value of IRMS value, isn't it? So omega by 4 pi, why? That is 2 and 2, 4 pi, 1 minus cos 2 omega t dt, omega by 4 pi. Then integration of only dt into 1 dt minus cos 2 omega t. Then t minus sin 2 omega t, then okay. Then t is equal to 2 pi by omega minus 0 means it is 0. So only 2 pi by omega here minus 1 by 2 pi sin 2 pi into t. So only in the place of t we will put the value of 2 pi by omega, because then minus 0, sin 0 is 0. So only we will take this value. So omega cross, isn't it? So here you can see, okay, so this part is 0. This power is absolutely 0. Why? 1 by 2 omega, clear? This is 2 omega, 1 by 2 omega, then integration of cos theta is sin theta, then 2 omega, then in the place of t 2 pi by omega cross to sin 4 pi, 0. So this part is absolutely 0. So that's why we have only omega by 4 pi into 2 pi by omega cross pi 2. So only we have 1 by half left. So average power P is equal to half V0 omega 0, because average power, the average value of sin square theta or sin square omega t over a complete cycle is, okay, is half, isn't it? We got the value I0 square by 2, that is 1 by 2. So now half V0 into I0. So how can we write it in, okay, in another form? That is V0 by root 2 into I0 by root 2, because root 2 equals to 2. Now just try to remember, V0 by root 2 is VRMS, where IRMS is equal to I0 by root 2. So we can write V0 by root 2 as VRMS, I0 by root 2 is equal to IRMS. So this is the average power of an AC circuit if it contains only resistance. It means no phase difference. So power is equal to, since P is equal to VI, so in case of a purely resistive AC circuit, total average power is equal to VRMS into IRMS. We don't need to remember any extra thing because P is equal to VI, so VRMS into IRMS. When the circuit is purely resistive, means contains only resistance R. Now next, if circuit contains L and R, if it contains only L, we all know that in the case voltage is ahead of current by 90 degree, isn't it? Plus 90. Or since we always calculated the equation of current, that is I is equal to minus, that the current is lagging, current is behind the voltage by 90 degree, that is minus pi by 2, sin omega t minus pi by 2. But if it contains R also, then there is a phase difference. Since it contains L, minimum L, so obviously means current is lagging behind voltage by some angle, minus pi. If it is a purely inductive circuit, then it is, we all know that, minus pi by 2, but here it contains R. Okay. So due to presence of the inductance, current always lags behind the voltage, because for a pure inductive circuit, voltage is always ahead, means current is lagging behind voltage. Current is minus pi by 2, it automatically means voltage is plus pi by 2. So it contains R also, so it minus pi. Current is lagging by some phase angle, minus pi behind voltage. So now power in circuit, that is V0 I0 multiplying sin omega t minus pi, slowly and very steadily. So V0 I0 sin omega t. Now sin A minus B. What is the formula of sin A minus B? Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Very clear? Sin A cos B. This is A and this is B. So sin A cos B, cos A sin B. Very clear. Now V0 I0 taking out, and then we multiply sin omega t with both. So sin omega t, sin square omega t, cos pi, minus again 3 terms. Then what have we done? We always, okay, we had to do an extra line, but I have done it in a single line. So taking half into 2. Why? To get the value of 2 sin theta cos theta. So sin omega t cos omega t into sin pi. Okay, sin omega t cos omega t into sin pi. If you multiply this with these 3 terms, but now I have only just multiplied, taking half and then 2, meaning same. Then V0 I0 sin square omega t cos pi minus half, then 2 sin omega t cos omega t, 2 sin theta cos theta, the formula of sin 2 theta. That's why we did it here into sin pi. Now the average power for one complete cycle is V0 I0. Then again we have this theta term, average of sin square omega t cos pi minus half, again sin 2 omega t. So here it means we have two terms to calculate. The value of 2 terms we have to calculate here. It means to get the average value, we need to find out at first the average value of sin square omega t, and then sin 2 omega t over a full cycle. We have already got the value of average value of sin square omega t, isn't it? Just in the previous case we calculated, that is half, isn't it? So half into V0 I0 cos pi minus, now we need to find out the average value of sin 2 omega t over complete cycle. Now look at here, isn't it? Now look at here, this is sin 2 omega t average bar. This 1 by t again, in full cycle means 1 by t 0 to t sin 2 omega t dt equals to E is equal to 2 pi by omega, so 2 pi by, so omega by 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi by omega sin 2 theta d theta. Now omega by 2 pi, now integration of sin 2 theta, is sin theta is minus cos theta, because derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. So sin 2 omega t integration is cos 2 omega t minus, and then 2 omega is constant term, 2 omega, limit 0 to 2 pi by omega. Then omega by 2 pi, then 2 pi will come out, so then it makes 4 pi omega. Then minus, then at first upper limit minus lower limit. Since initially at minus, so it will be minus cos 2 omega t. T will be substituted in the value of, okay, 2 pi by omega will be substituted in the value of t. So cos 2 omega into t 2 pi by omega. Now it's plus. Why plus? Since initially at the beginning it is minus. So it's upper limit minus lower limit. So already minus, so minus plus. 0, eta term is 0. Omega cos 2 pi, 2 into 2 pi, 4 pi. When pi is even, isn't it? When n pi means 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, the value of all these is 1. Whereas cos pi, cos 3 pi, pi pi, all these are minus 1. So here, this is even number of pi, isn't it? So cos 4 pi is equal to 1, but that is minus. So minus 1, whereas cos is equal to 1. So minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So the average value of sin 2 omega t over a complete cycle or full cycle is 0. So that's why we have I. Okay, I have written here 0. So this part is totally vanished. So only we have half v0 I0 into cos pi. How can we write it? v0 by root 2 into I0 by root 2 into cos pi. Very easy. Again, this is nothing but VRMS and this is IRMS. So VRMS and IRMS into cos pi. What is the difference between the expression in the average power in two circuits? Here it was purely only VRMS into IRMS. Only P is equal to VI. But here, due to a phase difference, it contains an extra term cos pi. Now, if the circuit is either purely inductive or capacitive, means contains only L or only C, then we know that in case of purely inductive circuit, it means when it contains only R, no C and R, voltage is ahead, current is lagging, as I said, minus pi by 2. And when the circuit, AC circuit is purely capacitive, then in that case, voltage is lagged behind, current is ahead, plus 90 degree. So in case of purely L circuit, expression of current is minus pi by 2, current is behind voltage by 90 degree, whereas in case of capacitive, purely capacitive circuit, current is plus 90 degree, that's ahead of voltage. In both cases, phase difference is 90 degree. So since it is either inductive or purely capacitive or purely inductive, both the cases, phase difference is always phi between current and voltage. Okay, so in case of purely inductive or capacitive circuit, we have here average power VRMS IRMS into cos phi, while is phi 90 degree. Okay, that is phi maybe either minus 90 or plus 90. We should not have any headache. Okay, phi means the phase difference, maybe plus or minus, means we will put the value phi is equal to 90 degree. So since cos 90 is 0, then we can see the average power dissipation, total power in the circuit, average power is 0. So in this case, what happens? In spite of current flows in the circuit, power is 0, isn't it? Whenever do any work, we know that power is or there is some energy. So here power is 0. So this current, due to which there is no power dissipation or there is no power loss in the circuit, is called wattless current. Since the unit of power is watt, we all know that there is no power, so no loss in energy in the terms of no loss of power. So this is wattless current, or we may say powerless current also. It is written in terms of its unit. So this is called wattless current. Or in this case, what happens? Very less loss or no loss of energy, isn't it? Power means, isn't it? That is, power is equal to volt into ampere. So in this case, there is no power dissipation. No power dissipation. So in this case, we may say there is no loss in energy, isn't it? Since P is equal to I square R, P is equal to VI, so V is equal to IR, so I square R. So there is always there is energy loss, isn't it? Power loss, generally in the form of heat. But since there is no contents of the since it doesn't contain any resistance, heat is generally produced due to resistance. But since there is no resistance here, resistance is purely absent. So because of L and R, there is no power loss, there is no loss of energy in the form of heat. It means in this case, what happens? The circuit uses the power, it takes the power from the source, then at the end it returns the power to the source, isn't it? So there is no loss of energy. Clear? Generally we lost power, we lost energy in the form of heat, so that is called the power dissipation or power loss. But here no power loss, there is no energy loss, takes the power from the source, then after that it returns back the power to the source. This is called wattless current. So wattless current or no power dissipation, no loss in energy is only possible only in case of purely inductive or purely capacitive circuit. Okay, hope you have understood.